profile of my really derpy rank 4 deck that I posted about 2 or 3 videos ago. Something like that. Anyways, it's just pretty much a 40 card deck with 15 extra deck. It's a simple deck to make. It's not even that expensive either, aside from Goldfish, Nightwing, and some of the Exceeds monsters like Shockmaster, but it got pretty so that's okay. Black Ship of Corn, which is, for some reason, $25, even though it's a Mario card. And GOGOGO, which is understandably, I think, $25 now. So it's kind of expensive extra deck, but the actual deck itself is not that bad. So the point of the deck, as you know, is to just spam rank 4s for days. More rank 4s? Utopia for days! You just summon Utopia to stall the crap out of your opponents. Then you just go destroy their face as you Exceeds happy for days. And for days and days and days and days and days and more days and days and days. You just rank Exceeds and you just spam the crap with it. And you just pwn your opponent with it. And you laugh at them as you continue pulling with them. This deck is more or less based off the anime, so I'm kind of restrained from using really powerful Exceeds monsters such as Yugioh Ouroboros, and this really good card here, Steel Sword Roach, because the thing stops freaking, what's his name? Elemental Dragon, so I might just pop in one just for Elemental Dragons, but for the most part it's just an anime deck and I really don't want to like step outside that barrier. Although there is cards that Yugioh doesn't use, like this guy. For the most part, it's a very anime deck, and I just like it. Of course, there are certain staples like Space and Astrodrome, but for the most part, it's just a basic rank 4 deck. So, I'm going to talk about quick tactics real fast. This is a pretty big strategy that I love to use in this deck, which is the GOGOGO strategy. For the most part, so when GOGOGO Golem is in the graveyard for whatever reason, GOGOGO Ghost is pretty awesome with GOGOGO Giant. So when GOGOGO Ghost is special summon, you can special summon a GOGOGO Golem from your graveyard specifically. So the plays that I like to do is first of all GOGOGO Giant, which his effect is when I special summon it, when it's normal summon, I can special summon a GOGOGO monster from my graveyard. So I can either go rank 4 with GOGOGO Giant and GOGOGO Golem, or I can GOGOGO Giant, special summon GOGOGO Ghost, and then special summon Golem. And that could be an easy rank 4 with one into either Shark Drake, Shock Master, and stuff like that. So it's pretty hefty meat. Astrodrome, or Star Drawing as you all know, is obvious because bam, instant rank 4 and you get a draw card. It's like Crescent Granite, but not as accessible and deck getting power is not as quite there. Goblinberg and Kagetokage and Tin Goldfish. Goblinberg and Tin Goldfish pretty much do the exact same thing. They're a double summon in themselves, which is not bad at all, because you don't really care about their stats because you just want to Exceed crazy. A good strategy about this though is that it works with GOGOGO Ghost. For example, you can normal summon Goblinberg or Tin Goldfish to special summon GOGOGO Ghost into the GOGOGO Golem and summon another rank 4 that way, which I think is really good. And I think I should add a third GOGOGO Ghost. If I were to, I would take out one copy because GOGOGO Ghost is actually a lot better than I thought. But for the most part, that's basically the whole strategy. It's just GOGOGO the crap out of them and then double summon as much as you can because these cards can get away with it. Another thing to note is that Kagetokage can special summon himself from the normal summon. So a strategy that I do quite often is I special summon Tin Goldfish, normal summon it, and then I special summon GOGOGO Ghost from my hand while special summoning Kagetokage in order to break out GOGOGO from the graveyard. So in this case, I have 4 level 4 monsters, so I can rank 2 rank 4s that have 2 overleavings on them. So I can summon Utopia, and then I can summon a Black Shrimp Corn for protection of the Black Shrimp Corn while I kill Zenmains or Gachigachigantetsu. So I really like this monster layout, and it's working out for me so far. Although I will probably add in a ghost there because it's got 1900 base for no reason. So yeah, I think that's good in general. Now for the spells. Spell destruction, spell destruction, spell destruction, spell destruction, spell destruction, spell destruction. Basically, they're just there just to get rid of back row because this deck can't handle back row well. If I get eaten by compulsory / solid warning / a bunch of other things, this deck is gonna cripple really fast. So I run a bunch of spell destruction for that reason. Reinforcement of the army is just basically to get Goblinberg kind of with Verse to get the caster, but Goldenberg is not ugly, so we're going to run that. I think that's the only word in the deck, so I don't know. Which you can only run because it's limited anyways, it doesn't even matter anyway. Dark Hole, a lot of people are like, Dark Hole sucks now, but in a deck where you can't really protect yourself except for Utopia, I run a Dark Hole just for that epic top deck. You never know when you need it. After all, it's no matter what, it's gonna be one card off your opponent, unless they got solid or something like that. But whatever. That's what MSD is for. Anyways, Monster Reborn to summon that last monster, or summon Ghost to get the GOGOGO Golem. Instant rank 4. No problem there. Night Beam, blah blah blah. Rank up Magic Numeron Force. Okay, this card I'm gonna explain later because this card leads to a bunch of strange aspects in the game. It's very, very weird. So I'll explain that at the very end. So for now, I'm going to quickly go over the traps. Torture Tribute. If I got no monsters in the field and they're about to do a mega play, this will save my life. Hope for Escape. Okay, this card is in 5Ds, but this card is really good in this deck. For 2 reasons. For 1, I run both Solemn Judgment and Solemn Warning, so I can decrease my life points fast, activate Hope for Escape, and make so that I can draw more cards. Secondly, I kind of like the fact that I can manipulate my life points, because this guy's effect only works when I have only 1,000 life points or less, and his effect is really good. Same for Shark Jump. Their effects are really good, but I can only have 1,000 life points or less. So Hope for Escape really pushes me down to that very low life point for me to do my epic final combo, especially since he's really easy to summon, because all I have to do is just do a quick golden combo to Utopia to break out the Utopia rated to 4,000 easy damage, or 28 easy damage for potential OTK. So that in itself is a very handy combo, and I really love Hope for Escape because this deck loses hand advantage very quickly. Hope for Escape kinda gives me hope if you get the drift. Anyways, compulsory evacuation device. I really don't like face downs and powerful Xyz monsters. Certain Xyz monsters in the game can cripple this deck very quickly, like monsters that have higher attack than Utopia. So I use compulsory just to simply pop them, even if it's a monster that can be resummoned from the hand, such as Elemental Dragons. But for the most part, the metagame is usually Xyz monsters, and this will get the job done really fast. Lastly, Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning. Basic staples on the deck, and it's energized as well with Hope for Escape. Now for Rank Up Magic Numeron Force, there is also another card similar to it, which is called Rank Up Magic Barion's Force, which is not here because it's not a monster. Anyways, so there's these two like this cards. But the reason why I like Numeron Force better is because unlike Barion Force, where it just only takes the opponent's Xyz materials, this card just completely negates every other card on the field except for the monster that was special summoned with this card's effect. Because what it basically does is I pick a monster, a numbers monster, in my field, and I just simply level it up to 1 extra rank, as you can tell from its name, and then I get to special summon an Xyz monster, which is either this guy, or a card that's not in the extra deck. I should pick that up right now. Utopia Ray Victory. Yeah, that's the guy. We're gonna take out... Utopia Ray Victory. Awesome deck change at the last second, guys. Anyways, so the reason why I like to use Numeron Force better is because it negates all effects on the field. So if there's like a pesky effect like Spirit Reaper, I can erase it immediately with Numeron Force. Secondly, Barion's Force, it only gets Xyz materials on your opponent's side of the field, and if your opponent doesn't have Xyz materials to begin with, it kind of loses all meaning. So Numeron Force gets the job done really well. Plus, Utopia Ray Victory is, and Utopia Ray V are both very, very powerful cards because everyone knows what Utopia Ray V does. You move an overlay unit and BAM! You destroy an opponent's monster, you deal damage equal to that life points. And it can still attack, including direct attacking. Much better than Volcasaurus, but as you can see, a lot more difficult to summon. But I like Utopia Ray Victory a little bit more because of the fact that if I were to attack a monster with more attack than itself, for example, if I can't destroy it by card effects, such as Utopia Ray V, I can just overrun it with Utopia Ray Victory and deal 2800 damage because that's his base attack. Another thing to note is that his base ability without the rank up, even though I would never do it without the rank up, is the fact that if I declare an attack, now my opponent cannot activate spells or trap cards. So if I somehow don't have these 6 cards in my hand, I will be safe from this and deep prison. So that in itself, I really like Utopia Raven, although he may be able to do the final blow. So I do have both of these in my hand, and I only run one number 1 force because it is kind of a minus, but it may save my butt. So I only run one, especially if I probably to the game, it won't do anything. So I might run 2 in the future, but one's been doing really good so far, especially since I don't really see Utopia that much. If I were to rank for it, I would just go straight into either Maze or Black. But for the most part, if I do get the opportunity, I will activate it, and it works awesome. So actually, I'm going to post a video right now for this, using this deck again, and you can kind of understand how the deck is going to work. Actually, you know, right now, I'm going to actually throw in another GOGOGO Ghost, because I didn't realize how good it was. I'm actually very surprised, and I can't spell GOGOGO for crap. Taking out the GOGOGO, and moving into the GOGOGO. Anyways, this deck is already really strong because it guts the draw power, and it dishes out rank force for days. Like, for days. And it's like, dang it, how do I do it? I wish I had Dark Hole, but they don't, because they're in Dark Hole. But one of the biggest weaknesses about this deck is that it can't handle face-down monster effects. For example, Raikou, if I run into it, I die. Or any other similar form effect that does me big harm. It's just in general, like, for example, Abyss, Linde, other stuff like that. It's just effects that activate with the face down display. Those effects hurt, and I wish I had a rank for that could deal with that. There is one in particular, but it's the main character's needed antagonist. I don't really want to run it. For those who are curious what it is Masquerade Magician Shiny, if you are curious, because this effect can activate during the battle phase, which is very specific, so it's good in that aspect. Plus, it's got 2700 times, so it's really good, so if you wanted to run that, it's cool. Plus, because even though it requires 3 level 4s, you've got GOGOGO Giant, so you're all good to go. I'm also thinking about running Exceeds or Dorm, but I don't really quite have a run for it, because it's a little bit slow due to the fact that it's a trap. So I might just throw it in the side deck for now. For the most part, I'm just like, I like my deck right now, just because I can break out rank force like this. So, yeah, I'll post a video right after this playing this deck probably one more time, and then I'll shelve it for quite a bit while making the deck, because I like making decks and I love making videos for you guys. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, which will get released super soon.